Good morning. Good morning, friends. I'm tired. I'm sleepy, you guys. My med is killing me sleep-wise. It is making me so drowsy. I just spilled coffee all the way down my pants. I missed my chair. Didn't I? Yep, I missed my chair, but my pants are now covered in coffee right on my white logo. Oh well. All right, August 30th. The shepherds of Israel, Ezekiel 34, 1 through 10. Then this message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, prophesy against the shepherds, the leaders of Israel. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. What sorrow awaits you shepherds who feed yourselves instead of your flocks? Shouldn't shepherds feed their sheep? You drink the milk, wear the wool, and butcher the best animals, but you let your flocks starve. You have not taken care of the weak. You have not tended the sick or bound up the injured. You have not gone looking for those who have wandered away and are lost. Instead, you have ruled them with harshness and cruelty. So my sheep have been scattered without a shepherd, and they are easy prey for any wild animal. They have wandered through all the mountains and all the hills across the face of the earth, and yet no one has gone to search for them. Therefore, you shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. As surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, you abandoned my flock and left them to be attacked by every wild animal. And though you were my shepherds, you didn't search for my sheep when they were lost. You took care of yourselves and left the sheep to starve. Therefore, you shepherds, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I now consider these shepherds my enemies, and I will hold them responsible for what has happened to my flock. I will take away their right to feed the flock, and I will stop them from feeding themselves. I will rescue my flock from their mouths. The sheep will no longer be their prey. The Good Shepherd, Ezekiel 34, 11 through 24. For this is what the sovereign Lord says: I myself will search and find my sheep. I will be like a shepherd looking for his scattered flock. I will find my sheep and rescue them from all the places where they were scattered on that dark and cloudy day. I will bring them back home to their own land of Israel, from among the peoples and nations. I will feed them on the mountains of Israel and by the rivers and in all the places where people live. Yes, I will give them good pasture land on high hills of Israel. There they will lie down in pleasant places and feed the lush pastures of the hills. I myself will tend my sheep and give them a place to lie down in peace, says the sovereign Lord. I will search for my lost ones who strayed away, and I will bring them home safely again. I will bandage the injured and strengthen the weak, but I will destroy those who are fat and powerful. I will feed them, yes, feed them justice. And as for you, my flock, this is what the sovereign Lord says to his people. I will judge between one animal of the flock and another, separating the sheep from the goats. Isn't it enough for you to keep the best pastures for yourselves? Must you also trample down the rest? Isn't it enough for you to drink clear water for yourselves? Must you also muddy the rest with your feet? Why must my flock eat what you have trampled down and drink water you have fouled? Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says: I will surely judge between the fat sheep and the scrawny sheep. For you fat sheep have pushed and butted and crowded my sick and hungry flock until you scattered them to distant lands. So I will rescue my flock, and they will no longer be abused. I will judge between one animal of the flock and another, and I will set over them one shepherd, my servant David. He will feed them and be a shepherd to them, and I, the Lord, will be their God, and my servant David will be a prince among my people. I, the Lord, have spoken. The Lord's covenant of peace, Ezekiel 34, 25 through 31. I will make a covenant of peace with my people and drive away the dangerous animals from the land. They will be able to camp safely in the wildest places and sleep in the woods without fear. I will bless my people and their homes around my holy hill, and in the proper season I will send the showers they need. There will be showers of blessings. The orchards and fields of my people will yield bumper crops, and everyone will live in safety. When I have broken their chains of slavery and rescued them from those who enslave them, then they will know that I am the Lord. They will no longer be prey for other nations, and wild animals will no longer devour them. They will live in safety, and no one will frighten them. And I will make their land famous for its crops. They will suffer for famines or insults of foreign nations. In this way, they will know that I, the Lord their God, am with them. And they will know that they, the people of Israel, are my people, says the sovereign Lord. You are my flock, the sheep of my pasture. You are my people, and I am your God. I, the sovereign Lord, have spoken. A message for Edom, Ezekiel 35, 1 through 15. Again, a message came to me from the sovereign Lord. Son of man, turn and face Mount Seir and prophesy against its people. Give them this message from the sovereign Lord. I am your enemy, O Mount Seir, and I will raise my fist against you to destroy you completely. I will demolish your cities and make you desolate. Then you will know that I am the Lord. Your eternal hatred for the people of Israel led you to butcher them when they were helpless, when I had already punished them for their sins. As surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, since you show no distaste for blood, I will give you a bloodbath of your own. Your turn has come. I will make Mount Seir utterly desolate, killing off all who try to escape and who return. I will fill your mountains with dead. Your hills and your valleys and your ravines will be filled with people slaughtered by the sword. I will make you desolate forever. Your cities will never be rebuilt. Then you will know that I am the Lord. For you said, the lands of Israel and Judah will be ours. We will take possession of them. What do we care that the Lord is there? Therefore, as surely as I live, says the sovereign Lord, I will pay back your angry deeds with my own. I will punish you for all of your acts of anger, envy, and hatred, and I will make myself known to Israel by what I do to you. Then you will know that I, the Lord, have heard every contemptuous word you spoke against the mountains of Israel. For you said they are desolate. They have been given to us as food to eat. In saying that, you boasted proudly against me, and I have heard it all. This is what the sovereign Lord says. The whole world will rejoice when I make you desolate. You rejoiced at the desolation of Israel's territory. Now I will rejoice at yours. You will be wiped out, you people of Mount Seir and all who live in Edom. Then you will know that I am the Lord. Restoration for Israel, Ezekiel 36, 1 through 38. Son of man, prophesy to Israel's mountains. Give them this message, O mountains of Israel, hear the word of the Lord. This is what the sovereign Lord says. Your enemies have taunted you, saying, Aha, now the ancient heights belong to us. Therefore, Son of man, give the mountains of Israel this message from the sovereign Lord. Your enemies have attacked you from all directions, making you the property of many nations and the object of much mocking and slander. Therefore, O mountains of Israel, hear the word of the sovereign Lord. He speaks to the hills and mountains, ravines and valleys, and to ruined wastes and long deserted cities that have been destroyed and mocked by the surrounding nations. This is what the sovereign Lord says. My jealous anger burns against these nations, especially Edom, because they have shown utter contempt for me by gleefully taking my land for themselves as plunder. Therefore, prophesy to the hills and mountains, the ravines and valleys of Israel. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I am furious that you have suffered shame before the nations. Therefore, this is what the sovereign Lord says. I have taken a solemn oath that those nations will soon have their own shame to endure. But the mountains of Israel will produce heavy crops of fruit for my people, for they will be coming home again soon. See, I care about you, and I will pay attention to you. Your ground will be plowed and your crops planted. I will greatly increase the population of Israel, and the ruined cities will be rebuilt and filled with people. I will increase not only the people, but also your animals. O mountains of Israel, I will bring people to live on you once again. I will make you even more prosperous than you were before. Then you will know that I am the Lord. I will cause my people to walk on you once again, and you will be their territory. You will never again rob them of their children. This is what the sovereign Lord says. The other nations taunt you, saying, Israel is a land that devours its own people and robs them of their children. But you will never again devour your people or rob them of their children, says the sovereign Lord. I will not let you hear those other nations insult you, and you will no longer be mocked by them. You will not be a land that caused its nation to fall, says the sovereign Lord. This is the further message. Then this further message came to me from the Lord. Son of man, when the people of Israel were living in their own land, they defiled it by the evil way they lived. To me, their conduct was as unclean as a woman's menstrual cloth. They polluted the land with murder and the worship of idols. So I poured out my fury on them. I scattered them to many lands to punish them for the evil way they had lived. But when they were scattered among the nations, they brought shame on my holy name. For the nations said, "These are the people of the Lord," but he couldn't keep them safe in his own land. Then I was concerned for my holy name, on which my people brought shame among the nations. Therefore, give the people of Israel this message from the sovereign Lord: I am bringing you back, but not because you deserve it. I am doing it to protect my holy name, on which you brought shame while you were scattered among the nations. I will show how holy my great name is, the name on which you brought shame among the nations. And when I revealed my holiness through you before their very eyes, says the sovereign Lord, then the nations will know that I am the Lord. For I will gather you up from all the nations and bring you home again to your land. Then I will sprinkle clean water on you, and you will be clean. Your filth will be washed away, and you will no longer worship idols. I will give you a new heart, and I will put a new spirit in you. I will take out your stony, stubborn heart and give you a tender, responsive heart. And I will put my spirit in you so that you will follow my decrees and be careful to obey my regulations. And you will live in Israel, the land I gave your ancestors long ago. You will be my people, and I will be your God. I will cleanse you of your filthy behavior. I will give you good crops of grain, and I will send no more famines on the land. I will give you great harvests from your fruit trees and fields, and never again will the surrounding nations be able to scoff at your land for its famines. Then you will remember your past sins and despise yourselves for all the detestable things you did. But remember, says the sovereign Lord, I am not doing this because you deserve it. O my people Israel, you should be utterly ashamed of all you have done. This is what the sovereign Lord says. When I cleanse you from your sins, I will repopulate your cities, and the ruins will be rebuilt. The fields that used to lie empty and desolate in plain view of everyone will again be farmed. And when I bring you back, people will say, this former wasteland is now like the Garden of Eden. The abandoned and ruined cities now have strong walls and are filled with people. Then the surrounding nations that survive will know that I, the Lord, have rebuilt the ruins and replanted the wasteland. For I, the Lord, have spoken, and I will do what I say. This is what the sovereign Lord says. I am ready to hear Israel's prayers and to increase their numbers like a flock. They will be as numerous as the sacred flocks that fill Jerusalem's streets at the time of her festivals. The ruined cities will be crowded with people once more, and everyone will know that I am the Lord. All right. If you haven't purchased this book yet, you can get this on my Amazon store. It's called Good Words by Joe Campo. We're going to start this on Sunday, and it should take us 32 days to read. So make sure you grab it. All right. She does get up early because what is it? It's like 5:30 over there in Cali, right? Julie's committed. My throat is so sore. My throat has been sore for a week now. It's the only thing bothering me is my sore throat. It won't go away. It's driving me crazy. Yes, Karen, it is. That Bible, the chronological Bible that I use, is on that list. If you just go to my website, Joyful Life with KJ, and then click on KJ, I think it's KJ's links. Yeah, right, Melissa? No, you can't. It's a special version just for me. I think it's on, I'm going to tell you guys exactly where it is because I always say I think it's here. You click on KJ's links on the top of my website. And then my favorite Amazon stuff, click that. And then there's one for books and other things I love. And it will take you right to my Amazon store where Joe's book is there and the Bible is right there. It's a dark blue now. Oh, look, it stands. It's the only thing that's showing. It's dark. Isn't that funny? That's the only thing on the whole page that's displaying. It's that book right there. It was beautiful, Sarah. It was beautiful. The retreat facility was gorgeous. Gorgeous. And there's a couple of different options. There's like a bunch of different places we could hold the retreat. Some require me to rent a shuttle, some do not, which I'm looking at the ones that do not. There's one place that I really, really like that's a hotel that has a conference room in it. And a dining hall right in it, like everything you need in one little section. Just it's a matter of dates, right? I think financially, I think it's going to work out. I have to really sit today and crunch numbers. Yay, I love numbers so much. I can't wait to put things in a spreadsheet. So I have to crunch numbers and see financially how to make it, how it will work. But there's plenty of space for me to do up to 600 people, which I won't be doing. So there's no way 600 people will come to a retreat, but there's plenty of space for me to not have a sellout. I just have to crunch the numbers and figure some things out, figure dates out. July is a very difficult month for them, and there's only one weekend in July that I can make it work, and to do it I don't even get the conference room that I like. But I put a poll out last night. I did spill coffee all over my nice chair. Oh, there we go. I'm struggling because October looks like the preferential date for everyone, except for a small group of folks. And the small group of folks are people that usually come to the retreat, and it breaks my heart. Right. It's hard for people with kids in school. And yet, if I look at the it's like 80% of people prefer October. So I don't know. I'm really stuck because I really want to make everybody happy. And it's really, really difficult to try to figure out a time that will make everybody happy, that works with the conference room. But it's really hard for people who have kids in school or who work in schools. And I know it will disappoint a lot of people if I don't do July, and it will disappoint a lot of people if I don't do October. And no matter what, there are people disappointed, and it's very difficult and hard, and I hate it. I love the retreat. I hate doing it. If you want my honesty, if you want my real truth, I absolutely hate the retreat. I love the event. I love going. I love speaking. I love seeing all of you. I love hugging all of you. I love the outcome, but I absolutely hate the entire process. Every bit of it. So when I say this is a labor of love, I mean it. Because honestly, I hate it. It's just nightmare. It's terrible. Oh. Anyway, it's beautiful. It's around a lake with mountains around it, and October would be breathtaking. I will say that. But it was beautiful yesterday too. I will not do it in August. She said, we have plenty of times in August. You should definitely do an August date. She's trying to get me to buy August because nobody goes in August. I'm like, well, number one, no, everybody is like starting school. Once people have been in school a while, sometimes it's more doable. But at the beginning of school, I said, no way. And it was like 94. No, don't be sorry, Meredith. I don't mean it that way. I just mean it's really hard. It's very hard work. Yeah, it is, Jennifer. And it's something that I'm learning as I go along. Like, it's not a skill. Event planning is not a skill that I already had. And so it's something that I'm trying to learn as I go, and it's a lot. It's it's a lot, and 2 years in a row, um, I've financially been out of pocket for the retreats, and because I don't know how to do this. It's because I don't know how to do it, I end up paying for some of the retreat out of my pocket. So when I say this is stressful, it's stressful. Jill, I thought about that. If I do October next year, I could, if we liked the facility, well, I would book it now for July of the following year so I could have my prime date. Because next year, the only date available is the weekend right after the 4th, and that really makes me nervous. So, anyway, I act like I'm having a conference call here. There is big bucks, but not for the people putting it on, just for the people. There's big bucks for the people getting paid for the hotels and stuff, not for the people putting it on. It's expensive to put everything. You can look at anything, and it's at least a minimum of $3,000. It's not like, "Oh, we have this lovely room, it's quite affordable, it's only 3 grand." That's how much? Holy Hannah. There's big, like, I'm starting to think I need to buy an event center and rent it out and make some money because they're like, "You can rent a boat for only $450." What? For a 2-hour tour? A 2-hour tour is $450? I'm sorry, it's what? Anyway, yes, it is. It's big bucks to hire a planner too, Shelly. That's why we do it ourselves, and it's amazing, and we love it. We love right, Jill? I could fit 8 people in my garage, and you might have a lizard. Oh, all right. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and end in prayer. God our Father, we thank you so much for all of the blessings that you've given us. I thank you for each and every woman here that comes so faithfully and is part of this ministry and is so supportive of this ministry and wants to see it succeed and is just, it means the world to me. And I just pray that it honors you, that this business honors you because I want it to be your business. And I just pray that it does. God, I pray for each woman here today and the concerns on their heart. I know there are probably many this morning. I pray as Faith gets ready to go for her scan soon and find results that you will just give her peace of mind, peace of heart, strength as she waits for the results. And I pray, Father, for complete healing for Faith. God, I pray as we go through our day that everything we do will be of honor to you, that we will recognize every action in our life as a form of worship, how we live our lives, how we speak, not of works, but of worship. God, I pray that you will just give everyone here a good day. And I thank you so much for your grace and your peace and your mercy in your precious name. Amen. All right. Yeah. um, Shelly, my yard would hold like one tent for about 10 people. I have the world's tiniest backyard. It's like this big. It's like 3 steps from here to the wood line. Yeah, I don't think, Tilson would be okay hosting it in my house. Oh. Alright, sweet friends, I love you. I hope you have a great day. I am gonna go live for breakfast. I'm gonna make a protein moussey thing. Andrea? No. No. Everybody says, "You should do it at a campground." No. I will never hold a retreat at a campground. No. I do not do camping. Hilton, I'm a Hilton or bust kind of a girl. Even yesterday at the retreat facility, I was like, "Is there a Hilton nearby? Kids, I'll stay over there." Listen, I try so hard not to be a diva, and I'm really not. But when it comes to where I stay, I am very much a Hilton or bust. I'm pathetic. I don't mind admitting it. That's it. Right? It would ensure the cost would be low because there would be no one there. Or me. It'd just be 8 people would pay to go camping and I wouldn't even show up. All right, sweet friends, I love you so much. I hope you have an amazing day. I'm gonna go live for breakfast and make a protein, well, we're gonna call it a protein mousse, although I really struggle with the term mousse. I don't know what else to call it. A protein fluff stuff. It's chocolate covered strawberry. That's what I'm gonna make. All right. I love you ladies. I'll see